sun rays, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. See the horizon turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon turn us to thousands, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and
walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul.
All right. What is going on, everybody? I hope we're having a fantastic morning. How are we doing here on the live? Let's go. I gotta turn this music down. I'm deaf now. How we doing? Who's pumping crazy so far? Not the SPY, Autumn says. Taking that #1 crown. I'm so nervous. So much is happening this week that could move the market like crazy. Yes, it is. There is a lot going on, Autumn. It is going to be the biggest week of the quarter by far, in my opinion here. By far. What's up, Jason? The Tominator. I like that name. Good morning. Happy Monday. Who watched Happy Gilmore 2? That's the big question, right? Did anyone go do their homework? Mason did. Let's go. Juan, yeah. Elton, let's go. It was a good one. I liked it. I mean, I thought it got a little bit weird around the end, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I thought that it was all right, but I didn't think they had to get, like, rotating greens and stuff like that involved. I didn't mind the Maxi thing. I thought it was kind of funny, but I thought that they should have, like, I don't know. I thought it was a little weird, but I would probably give it, like, an 8 of 10. If I give Happy Gilmore 1 a 10 of 10, I'm going to give this one, like, an 8 of 10. For a sequel or whatever you want to call it, it wasn't too bad. Great move back up, though, with the SPY here today. I know everybody likes to see that gap up going on. That's a big gap up. We're actually testing the gap right now. 637.50 was a big resistance yesterday on the SPY. I was watching 638 and 640 past here. Guess where the SPY touched this morning in pre-market? Right at 640. And then rejected back down. Pretty crazy, but look at the gap filling. This is a big gap here on the chart. Down to like 637.50. It technically broke through the gap a little bit, but really it's just right on there. First candle on Oklo is crazy. Let's go. I watched Superman with my daughter. Liked it. Hey, Superman. That's pretty cool. Autumn says she watched Stocked Up videos. There we go. Getting your learning action on. How old's your daughter, my views? She says I'm trying. First candle on Oklo was crazy. Wow. Crazy in a bad way. I saw them in pre-market and figured that they'd be popping whenever I read your message, but no, they are not. What happened? Oh my gosh, my Thinkorswim crashed. Oh no. 13, there we go. That's cool. Yeah, she probably likes Superman then. I think about my daughter who's like a year and a half, almost 2 years old, and I'm like, yeah, in the movies, I don't think she'd cut it quite yet. Not quite yet. It just fell out of the sky. Oops. I had to turn my sound off. Oklo, though, pulling back very hard. Let's go check on NVIDIA and AMD. My two favorites here in the short term. NVIDIA looking great. Broke out actually above 175 this morning. Now, it's pulling back a little bit, but looking pretty solid. We got AMD popping off 172. Let's go. Destroy that like button for AMD, Advanced Money Dispenser. My gosh, that continuation is awesome. I love it. Let's go, AMD. NVIDIA and AMD are just on fire right now. All right, AMD, though, that is an insane run. Looking at the 1 minute chart, 172 just touched. I mean, look how straight up it is at open, even destroying NVIDIA. NVIDIA tried to do it. Any suggestion on AMD calls? 175 for this week. Probably not too bad. Maybe anything between, you know, from 173 to 175. Let's see. Yeah, I figured it was weird. 172.50. That's what I was thinking. 3.70. Really not bad right now. A lot of these calls are up like 150% right now. Of course, it's pretty straight up here from open. Might be smarter to wait for a bit of a pullback or something of that nature to catch the actual entry, but I do like 172.50 potentially. 170 I think is much safer, but $172.50, $175, something around there. HIMS is on a roll again. HIMS. Doing pretty good today. Up 3.2%, not bad. Their average percent is 4.6%. That's their average move. If they could break out above that high of this morning, it would be perfect for HIMS. That could work out there, right around 60. CELC is up 200%. They said no biggie. What? Jake has a $100 leap on AMD for $12.18. Wow. A $100 leap. How long have you been holding that for? Holy shit. That thing's probably on fire, Jake. Let's go. I love to hear that. Uh-oh. Nike. $620 buy. It's a 2026 leap also, so I hope I've got lots of legs on it. Oh, you bought it on 620. Gotcha. Gotcha. So that's June 20th. A pretty good buy. Heck yeah, that thing's on fire. You should do a poor man's covered call, Jake. I like how you said, I've got lots of legs on it. You could literally have lots of legs if you started selling the poor man's covered calls. The problem is, though, is how much is AMD going to go? My word, this is quite the move. Very straight up. Looking at the watch list today, AMD actually leads it, which is pretty rare. For AMD to lead my watch list, usually there has to be earnings or something of that nature. Go check UUUU. ITM at 46.15, now up 79%. Beautiful. Yeah, it's a great, you're in a great position there. CELC, let's go check that one. Celsucity. I don't even know how to say the name of this one. It's almost like Celsius, C-E-L-H, except a little bit different. Celsius, unfortunately, pulling back today. They were doing pretty good last week, but HIMS we're still watching as well, around 60. ORMP is up 2.3%. I don't know if you guys remember this company. They make oral insulin tablets. Pretty crazy. Oral insulin tablets. Mason sees a red day for the SPY. Super weak, it seems. It does seem very weak here from open. Mason, I was kind of thinking that, SPY might hold around this support, but with it giving out, I might start leaning down too. Honestly. I was looking maybe for a gap fill, maybe a little bounce to come back in, but it's not happening as of now. We might see it in a few minutes, so I'm going to keep it on the radar, but still. Definitely pretty weak from open. That gap up was for nothing. What's up, Jane? You getting the meow mix going, Jane? Give me 1 sec. What's up, Hack? HAC. Jane's got 2 part-time jobs. One pays $35 an hour, the other $50. Looking for full-time work, right? Meow. Those sound like they pay pretty good for part-time jobs. I don't know many part-time jobs that pay $50 an hour. My God. Appreciate you, Ryan. MRSN. Mersana Therapeutics popped up. Holy. What the? So they did a reverse split. So they're appearing like they're up 2,100%, but they're not. They're not. They're actually not. They did a reverse split. So TradingView's messing up here. They shouldn't even be saying that they're up that much. MRSN. Let's go throw it up on Thinkorswim. Let's see what they put it at. Oh, they do it too. Well, we know what's going on, so. There's a reverse split. 1 for 25, man. It was at 30 cents before this. Yeah, that's what happened though, hack. Vape. $ vape? What the heck? What's going on with vape? They halted to the upside. Whoa. I've never heard of this one before. What does vape do? CEA Industries. What does this one take profit? LIDR? AI? I like that one. Wow, LIDR. What the? What's going on with them? There has to be news on this one. How come we haven't been hearing about this one last week? LIDR? What is happening? It started on the 24th. Apollo is now fully integrated into NVIDIA's autonomous driving platform. Its Apollo LiDAR has been integrated by NVIDIA into the Drive AGX platform. Wow. That was an insane move there. LIDR. That's some big news to have with NVIDIA. Uh-oh. Vape also does floors. Canadian nicotine, what? Never heard of this one before. Vape. Pretty strange. It should be unhalting here in about 20 seconds or 30 seconds here. Man, AMD, though, is too hot. So nice. Look at that. Breaking the high of the day. Watch for 175. All right, Vape. Let's see how you unhalt here. Should be any second. Unless it's a 10-minute halt. Volatility halt, maybe, but no, there it goes. Vape just unhalted. Let's see. There it goes. Starting to get some green action going. Go back to LiDAR. Ooh. Uh-oh. LIDR. LIDR just turned over in a massive way. Wow. Probably halted to the downside. My gosh. That's terrible, Jake. OKTA, Okta. Take Profit said it's about to pop higher. Looking at it on the daily, today definitely seems like some type of consolidation. I don't love that one. Pump and dump on LiDAR. Yeah, it halted down too. How about Oklo? Energy fuels, maybe? No. Nothing out of the nuclear sector today. NNE pulling back a bit, unfortunately. URA. Yep, they're all pulling back. Nothing looks good for me today, Jane says. Pull up the watch list again. ORMP. Yeah. Why is it saying that it's up on my watch list by 2.3%? Almost like Thinkorswim's not getting the data on it today. Oh. They did something weird with ORMP. It might have changed tickers or something. The hell, what happened here? That's so weird. I'm not even like seeing news on Thinkorswim. We'll figure that one out. QQQ. Looking pretty good, back to the upside. This is what I thought the SPY would look more like today. Right there. The QQQ is exactly what I thought the SPY would do. Kind of get into the gap, almost fill it maybe even, and then get a little bounce back. QQQ's coming back well, but SPY is stuck in the mud. Right around their low of the day here. My mom said I should buy Bitcoin. That's when you know it's time to sell. Coconut. That's perfect. Yes, you're correct, actually, I would say. In that. I'll tell you, every time something goes nuts, I get so many texts and messages and everything, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's time to sell. I feel exactly what you're talking about, Coconut. Pony, Pony. Mister says it's selling off a little bit. Pony. Down about 1%. Man, I don't know if I could look at this one much more. It'll probably prove to be a good dip buy scenario at some point today. I mean, you know, if you're trying to catch it back up a little bit. But I don't know how much we could really realistically look for back up. The next resistance is around 1530. 2.7% on the stock. Really not bad, but... Jobs data, Autumn said. Tomorrow. Yep. Well, essentially tomorrow. Yeah, nothing really today. Tomorrow, though, Jolt's job openings at 10 a.m. will be pretty huge. Be ready for those. I think jobs data is actually underrated right now. Everybody should be looking at the data. With jobs, it really impacts what the Federal Reserve looks like as far as rate cuts and their willingness to cut rates. If the jobs market starts to get a little bit rough, that's what could maybe force their hand a little bit there, but... Especially in the short term, it does, Autumn, for sure. SPY continues to look rough. Staying under key resistance now, which was previous support. Wow. Brutal action. QQQ tried to bounce. We'll see if it can sustain a real move or not. AMD is still up 173.70. Wow, crushing it today. NVDA. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me go look at Intel really quick. Sitting around 2130, up 0.8% today. Fell off last week quite a bit. My husband is still out of a job. We are living off our rental income from properties, Jane says. My Netflix 1165 call. Going crazy. 35% up already. It's good till the end of August, Autumn says. Awesome. Let's go. 1165 calls. Up 35% already. Got it out till the end of August. Let's see. Buying the dip a little bit. Okay. Seems really good down here with the base starting to form. There's a pretty clear base forming here, Autumn. Not bad. I like to hear that. Autumn needs some coffee. I could use some. I could use a Gatorade. Because I just drank mine. Destroy that like button if you're just now joining up. It's going to be a crazy week. Tomorrow we'll have the JOLTS data right at this exact time. Right now, tomorrow, we'll have JOLTS data coming out. Like to the minute. Wow, QQQ is stuck, Juan said. It is pretty stuck. But I will say this, it's holding its ground very well this morning. Someone asked me about the INDA, the big money trade. Called out June 2nd. Looking pretty brutal right now in the way it's dropping. CHTR calls anyone. Oh, that's my internet company. I wouldn't take calls on these guys to save my life. My gosh. No matter what they do, the internet sucks. They have like a monopoly where I live. I'm forced to use these people. I would be long gone. I'd be using AT&T fiber optic or whatever bullcrap they call that. CHTR. Yeah, it's like it's a monopoly. Jane kind of probably knows what I'm talking about too, because she like lives in the woods kind of. For those of you guys that don't necessarily like live like right next to a big city or something like that, sometimes it's very difficult to find internet providers out there. You've never heard of CHTR, Charter, Spectrum? Spectrum is what they like to really call it, Ryan. If you've never heard of Spectrum, I would be very surprised. Ryan's like, nope, I know what it is. Yep. They used to just call it Charter, and then they started calling it Spectrum, and it got weird, but yeah, they're okay. You know, I will say this, it's good internet. Most of the time, it doesn't go out. I had to buy Starlink, though, last year, because I had a period for 2 months where it was just terrible. I couldn't even believe it.
In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe
Starlink really improved the stream, Tom. It did. It helped for a little while. They kept billing me and would not refund me, so I made signs and got my friends and picketed until they cut me a check. You guys picketed? You were like SpongeBob and Squidward going to protest the Krusty Krab. QQQ actually filled that gap so well. That was very nice. Let's see if it keeps holding. That's perfect. It's exactly what you want to see if you're a bull today. It's good to even see the SPY doing it. QQQ holding its ground, bouncing around 568. Ha! Now Elon wants to give unlimited Starlink access for $10 a month. Ooh. I had to pay like $120 or $130 or something a month, so hopefully it's not 10. They owed me $1,000, Jane said. They had to call in their main accountant and cut me a check after 4 hours of picketing. Wow. I've heard of things like that where you just keep getting billed even though you're canceled and stuff. And Bank of America 4870 kind of stuck today. JP Morgan doing our quick bank rundown. Looks kind of boring there. We'll probably won't stick around those very long. Boeing is going to be reporting earnings this week though. Ticker symbol BA. Reporting tomorrow morning before open. Be ready, Boeing. I think that's a very interesting report actually coming up this week. One that's a bit under the radar. Boeing could have some insane earnings runs. They love to gap up and down on earnings. Let's go to the daily. Oh yeah. The last time they reported earnings, they gapped up and then ran for months. Obviously, it was in this good market, but nonetheless. Other times, it's been more negative, so don't look at the last one and be like, oh my gosh, it's going to go up. But interesting nonetheless. Maybe it will gap up and actually test the upper edge, I would say, of the range here. This is a big range on Boeing. I mean, the lower end of the range sits around like 135, 136, 140. The upper end of the range is all the way up at like 275, 270. So pretty insane. That's a big range. Boeing is a bit underrated though too. Their new CEO apparently has been helping. From what I've been reading lately, anyways. Obviously, the articles could just be bullshit, but nonetheless, I read it. Don't quote me on the CEO helping, so watch it come out that he did something bad now or something. You know, they were in a pretty bad rut. They're getting out of it pretty well, though, I must say. Maybe the CEO's doing some stuff, pulling some strings, right? Could be. I wish Lip Bhutan would pull some strings with Intel. Gosh darn it. Intel's gapping back down. Take profits at Reddit's looking good off of 140. Very good. That's a pretty bullish setup there. Very nice. I love the way it's moving back up. It's slow, though, right now, but maybe we'll get a big candle coming soon on the daily. Intraday today, it's trying to get up there. I used to tell some customers that my children needed new shoes. I had some funny thing going on the stream for like a month, Brain. I'm sure you remember that. I used to tell people my shoes were bad. I needed new shoes. I could have bought new shoes, realistically, but I've got like 4 pairs, so I just wear one of the pairs that are nice instead of my bad shoes. It's a good play. I have no children. Oh, no. You don't even have kids. That's the best part. That's funny. You know what would make it so complete is if you had like a little photoshopped picture of your face on like some guy's body with like a family. That would be like the icing on the cake. Hell, you could just have Grok make one now. Will SPY go to pre-market highs? I hope so. I hope so, my views. I don't think it'll get all the way up there, but I do think that there's a good shot that it runs up to like 638.50, 639, somewhere around that range. Any chance of CoreWeave recovering? HACS. CoreWeave got pretty brutal last week, unfortunately. Pretty bad breakdowns. Let's see it on the daily. I could see it recovering, but like when, right? When is the question. They've been pretty explosive. They're probably just, you know, realistically here, HAC, they're just coming back to reality. If we're being honest with CoreWeave, this is kind of how I expected it to go. I'm not going to lie. I would keep looking for more downtrend in the short term, honestly. Maybe $100 is where it'll hold up. Right around $100 even. But for right now, I'm not necessarily looking for a recovery yet. I don't want you to think that it's going to recover and buy in now, and then it dropped to 80, and then recover up to like 110, and you go like, what the hell? You know, it's like, you could literally catch a 45% jump from 80 back up to like where we are now. And, still lose if you bought in now. So that's pretty insane. W's on fire off the $53 area. Wayfair, oh my gosh, 53. That was a great support there in the past. Wow, yeah, no kidding, right off of it. The daily has been nuts since it touched 53 last time. Wow, up 2.1%. That is an insane jump there. Wayfair. Wow. No problem, HAC. Of course. LEN Bouncing. Lenar. It's not often I look at Leonard. I don't really love the bounce on Lenar today, if I'm being honest. Starting to bounce intraday, but really, I mean, not my favorite. Holding 114. It is a good support that it's on, at least. I'm sure it'll continue up nice and steady. Pretty slow and steady stock here. You know, they've been moving a little bit recently. Looking at the daily, they're dipping a lot. The problem I have with this one is I just don't love this chop zone. I feel like it could go all over the place. Now, I do agree. And looking at LEN on the daily, I definitely like the way that it dipped here and the way that it's starting to bounce. On a daily setup, I would not be surprised if it started to run like this, maybe to 120 plus. I do think it would take a week or two, but I think the risk reward's there. If it breaks under like 113, you cut it instantly, but to the upside, you could target much higher, in my opinion. It's not terrible on the daily. Now, the intraday kind of gets me. W being a Bitcoin play? Is that right? Do they deal with Bitcoin? Something of that nature, Perez? I did not know that, personally. Looks like the stock has been brutalized after that COVID move. My gosh, it looks like Zoom. I don't know if it's ever going to come back with Wayfair. It's been moving great in the short term. I mean, you zoom in and you're like, oh my gosh, this is the best run ever. And then you zoom out and you're like, no, it ain't. You're like, wow, it just is at the top of the range even. Pretty insane. 75 to 80 bucks on W is stiff resistance. Bank of America, BAC. Tessie. Great action, breaking the high of Friday and the high of pre-market. Recovering up very well. Love to see it, Tesla. That's a great run, great move. W looks like the Okta chart, which is following a firm and upstart. AFRM, upstart, all moving different today. I'm sure you mean on the daily though. Well, let's see Okta. Okta's daily looks kind of convincing. I could see a lot of people trying to buy the dip up on this one. I don't love it though. Pretty risky stock in my opinion. SPY kissing 638. Trying to kiss. It's getting it done. It just touched it. Big resistance here, though. Would not be surprised if it slowed down at all. I could totally see a pullback here. Easily. Go check out silver real quick. SLV. They halted again, I just heard. Yeah, it's an insane move there. Let's go check silver. Daily chart looking great. I know that it's on fire. It's been on fire, but
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality.
all right. Sorry about that.
Let me eat my
Had a silver question in the Discord. Nathan loves the kiss analogy.
world of make-believe. Kids screaming
Let's go check QQQ.
those profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love
CEAD. What?
spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard
I hope you meant CrowdStrike. I don't know. RITM, Ideal said. Let's see. Rhythm Capital. Okay. RITM, Rhythm Capital. Very interesting. Stock is breaking out above key resistance in the short term.
I wanna taste your content, hold you
That's pretty huge.
attention, devils hide behind
Prain says Revolut doesn't have them as tradable. Really? Oh. You can't vape? Darn it. Yeah, I just halted up. I think it halted up just now. Yeah. Yeah. It did for sure now. Jane said, honestly, just buy QQQ and hold right now. It's on such a strong bull run. Really not bad. I don't think it's terrible, really. I think buying up QQQ and SPY is a very smart thing to do. Now, you might want to think about it and, you know, maybe look at, you might want to look at something along the lines of an ETF with better expense ratios. You know, kind of like with the SPY, how there's VOO or like SPLG or something like that.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be
With QQQ, maybe there's like PSQ.
we got this far, don't know how.
Trying to find my old list here. I can't find it. Can't remember where I put the list. I'll just have to go find one online, I guess. That's my fault. Yeah, I can't find it. Okay. All right. ETF database we go. Here we go. I'm seeing one.
Just like a spark that's breaking out.
What the sell-off, Elton said. Yeah, kind of like VOO, Jane. Yeah, kind of like that. Sorry, I was trying to find my list. I couldn't find it, though. Oak to play. Ouch. Gonna roll if I see 95 bucks. Okay, TA. Down 2.3%. Okta pulled back pretty hard, under $100. Uh-oh. You're gonna roll it? DC 95. What were you doing? Selling calls up here? Or selling puts? Hopefully selling puts, but 95 is not terrible. Buying the 125 September calls, take profit said. Ooh, 125. Oh my gosh, for September. Ooh, that's a tough one, take profit. Be careful out there. I bet the chances of that one losing are like 90%. You're going to get out by 115 to 120, though? Yeah, I feel you. Definitely, you don't have to hold till expiration, of course. If it did jump to like 110, 115 pretty soon, that would be awesome for those. So. My daughter added money to her custodial account on VOO during Q1. Her money from piano gigs. She's up around 14%. There we go, Jane. Awesome. I love hearing that. Yeah, just keep adding money into those ETFs. I'll tell you, let it go long term. People would be very surprised if they just let things go for the long term. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. Let's go. That's awesome, though, Jane. Seriously. Len just went beast mode. Really? Did pretty good. Bounced off 114 pretty well. It's okay. She leaves a note on my desk for the market with cash. Jane, don't say that out loud. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. You're fine. If I said something like that, though, I'd probably be in trouble. Honestly. That's really neat, though. Yeah, Autumn, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my grandfather. Man, he loved stocks, and we got into him pretty good there at the end. I got lucky because my parents would have never taught me about stocks, ever. Oh, man. My mom hates stocks. You guys would laugh. My mom don't ever talk to me about stocks. Like, literally, the one person that would probably love stocks, she, like, refuses to even talk about them. It's funny. She thinks they're like the devil. It's like the water boy, you know? It's funny. At least that's the vibe I get. Yeah, they really are, Autumn. Doesn't believe in him at all. I don't know why. Maybe she had a bad time with him one time or something. I don't know. It's terrible, Prophet. I wish, you know, it's like I need like, yeah, it's funny. Every once in a while, you know, I'd say every once in a great while, there's like a good, you know, there's somebody out there that really is trying to like do something with their lives, and then they talk to me. I think that the problem is that there's just the majority of people in the world are just kind of dumb, if I'm being honest. I'm not trying to be mean, but I think the majority of people are just dumb, and they think things are fake, or I don't know. They don't understand, I guess, that the S&P goes up on average like 13% a year. It doesn't make sense to me, you know, what these people think. I don't know. But hey, they'll go buy cigarettes and buy alcohol and buy pot and go do all that shit, right? But God forbid they invest in their future. They're terrible then, you know? So I think that stuff's funny. It's like every time. All the people that say stocks are terrible smoke cigarettes or some shit. I swear to God. SMR to the downside, Nathan said. Lotto tickets? Exactly. Scratch-offs, lottos, slots. I mean, you name it, you know? Like a guaranteed 13% is terrible, but you know, a guaranteed losing your money is okay. It's... Calling Mason out? No. Ryan said he's calling all of us out. No, you guys are here, you know, to better yourselves, so definitely not calling you guys out. Not at all. You mean buy cigarettes, but not Tilray? No, Tilray's included in there. Go check the QQQ again. 569. Very nice resistance here on the QQQ. If we start to see a good 569 breakout, that's where we can watch it to the upside. Come on, let's break it out. Probably going to be a tough break, though, honestly. Juan says, oh, yeah, I've seen it. Everyone I know hates me because all I talk about is this money, and they all say the same. It's a scam, it's a casino, blah, 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 but I be hitting them racks with nothing, and now they asking to buy them cigarettes. I love that, Juan. That's awesome. Yep, exactly how it goes. Exactly. Now, of course, I have some smart friends, right? Friends that are pretty into it and things of that nature, but I'm talking about straight up family are the ones that kind of act like that. Now, of course, everybody has everyone, you know. I have friends that think it's like that too, so. They're like, let me hold $1. What's up, Demure? Tom, need an opinion on Google. Think about swinging a call on the 195 strike price for the week. Ooh. Let's go look at Google. Let's zoom it out, because it's in a bit of a weird spot right now, if I'm being honest. Oh, man, this is a tough call, Demure. Demure, I swear you hit me with some of the toughest ones. The good thing is that the risk reward is there. I mean, if you're going to actually put a good stop, like under the low of day today, or actually under the low of day from last Thursday, you know, just under, we would say like 191. Yeah, just under like 191. Let's say you want like 190.75. You know, target to the upside with Google like 196. It's not terrible. My problem is the way that it's reacting right now is pretty strange. It's kind of stuck. It's stuck following the earnings. Right around this range. Earnings this week, I think, will be huge for Google. I think it's going to end up either pushing them higher or making them die. I hope that the earnings sentiment stays good this week. Yeah, we need Google to hold up. The sentiment has been pretty good so far with Google, but if Meta and Microsoft come in bad on Wednesday, it's going to tank them. It's pretty much like you're playing earnings, except you're not. It really is what's going on. Like, they already reported, but essentially you're playing it because of how the other earnings need to go. I think if you dip by it right now, you're pretty solid. Again, though, if it breaks through 191, cut. Don't be afraid to cut and re-enter. Re-entry really would help a lot of people out there. Not just you, Demir, but, you know, just because everybody's listening. You know, I always like to go over lots of scenarios. Autumn says, my friends want me to teach them. I had a girl at my trip who had her luggage demand, and they would not let her file a claim. I had to short AAL after earnings, and she looked at me like I was crazy. You told her to short AAL? Did it end up doing good? It ended up falling down pretty well. That's funny, though. One way or another, you're giving me my money, Jane said. That's hilarious. Good thing it looks weak right now, Jane, because sometimes, you know, if you try to short an airline, oh my God, if it went bad, it could be kind of nuts. Oh. Sorry about that. Trying to figure something out here. Lots of stuff going on in the background here. IBM bounced off 250. Take profit, said IBM. International Business Machines. Yeah, they dipped hard recently. They're really trying to come back off that dip. Could be a good dip buy, honestly. Looks pretty good intraday today for a possible continuation up above the consolidation zone. I would not be surprised. See a good jump there. My view said coin's bleeding. I exited for 10% profit. They went up more than 100%. Coin? Big sell-off, down 3.2%. Yeah. Bleeding pretty hard. Wow. You're looking at Philip Morris, Rick? Following IBM should be Philip Morris? Are you saying that IBM makes you want to smoke? Is that what you're saying there? If you guys didn't know, Philip Morris makes like cigarettes or something. Can you give levels on the SPY, Andre says. Levels on the SPY. Nice resistance at 638 on SPY. I really like that 638 resistance. As far as support, low of day today, 637. I don't want to just give you two whole dollar levels, but that's kind of what's playing out today. So we're going to stick with it for now. Underneath there, I really like lower support at 636. That was a good breakout on Friday there. To break 636 in such a good way was nice. So I'll be watching that for sure too. What do we expect as far as jobs, Tom? Any opinion? I'm actually expecting the jobs market to get slightly worse on this reading. Personally, I think that the jobs market has been slowly getting a little bit worse. And I do believe that at this reading, the JOLTS job openings expected to come in at 7.5 million. Really, I mean, that's not very far off of where it is right now. Really, I mean, the estimate's not bad, but I am expecting jobs to get a little bit worse, though, myself. Which could help the Feds cut rates, actually, if jobs continue to be bad, or if they show signs of being worse or getting worse or something of that nature, correct? We'll all be out of jobs soon, Jake says. Learn how to trade. The AI, the robots are going to take it over, Jake. Here's Palantir off its wedge today, still within the wedge. Darn, Palantir. Bit of like a bear flag going on, or bearish wedge. Looks pretty brutal. Pretty brutal here. AMD trying to get back to that high of the day. Still at like the top of the watch list. That's awesome. How's AMD on Bookmap? Let's check it. Throw up the advanced money dispenser here. Everybody's favorite in the short term. SMCI, bye-bye, R. Perez says. There's the book map. I guess at 175, there's like 300,000 shares. Pretty good. Lots of shares there. Pretty insane. It's not terrible. A lot of sellers. I mean, it could break though. You know, I don't want you to see 175 on the book map and get too scared. There goes Hims, DJ says. HIMS. Hims might try to break 60. You're right, Hims just took one of their pills or something. Thing's on fire right here. Let's go, Hims. Love to see that. Thank you all. Have a good day, My Views said. Yup. Have a good one, My Views. What's everyone having for breakfast today? Anything good? Any McDonald's enjoyers out there? MCD? MCD's kind of coming up off the dip. It actually doesn't look terrible. Autumn's having coffee for breakfast. Nope. Dieting. Gotcha. Need to lose 10 pounds. Hey, eat however I eat, Jane, and I swear you'll lose it. VWAV. VWAV. Vision Wave. Wow, VWAV up 198%. Never heard of this one in my life. Been doing strength training too. There you go. Peanuts and chicken for breakfast. Doesn't sound terrible, K Rose. Just you threw me off there. Run. What could you do that would be kind of like running? Maybe like jumping jacks or... You know what's kind of like running that is pretty good for people that people like doing a lot more is like jump rope. Jump rope is actually very like running. If you're more interested in that. Demir says just dig a big hole. He didn't even say a big hole, just a hole, but... So VWAV is a defense and AI company. Vision Wave. I've never heard of this one. VWAV. Let's see. Vision Wave. They secured a $60 million equity line today. Sorry, $50 million equity line. Transformative funding agreement with an unidentified institutional investor. Allows the company to sell up to $50 million in common stock over a 2-year period at its own discretion. The agreement also includes $5 million tranche of additional funding. What the hell? $3 million secured at the time of signing. This is weird. VWAV. Looks like they got an equity line. And investors helping them, it looks like. VWAV. Wow. This stock tanked and then has been coming back well. Again, never heard of it. Very interesting, though. They said defense and AI. Running is just quicker ROI. Walking does the same thing. Yeah, running. There's a big difference between walking and running, I'll tell you. Walk a mile and run a mile. Oh, man. You're right, though. Walking would probably do it. In the right conditions. I was laughing, Autumn. I couldn't believe you put ROI in there. That had me laughing. I knew exactly what you meant, too. I thought it was a nice, nice place to put it, I guess. Tesla, unfortunately, really rejecting here at 326. Nvidia, nothing. AMD at the high of day again. Watch advanced money destroyer. Will it break 174.50 and get through 175? Key resistance. This is a big level here. 295,000 shares. Let's see a breakout. Ha, you're a marketer. I remember that. Swimming is better than both, IMOL says. Hey! Swimming. Is swimming better than jump rope? Elton likes rucking. I've never heard anyone say that before, Elton. But I'm sure I know what you mean, right? Like hiking with like a rucksack or something heavy. Costco is near April crash levels. COST. Ah, that's a good point, IMOL. I never thought about the stress on the knees and the feet. It's like walking, but better. Yeah. If you're not the type to run. Yeah, walking around with like an 80-pound backpack or more probably is... That'll probably do it. I always see those guys on UFC swimming up like a river. Like Khabib. Nurmagomedov, or however you say that. I can't say his last name to save my life. Rose has a funny last name, too. I think I pretty much just said Rose's last name. You guys know Khabib, though. Nurmagomedov. Dude was like undefeated. QQQ 569, big level, still rejecting, unfortunately. The bulls on the QQQ are gonna be upset with that level today, I have a feeling. Get back on the watch list here. At least some stocks are popping up a bit more. AMD's still in second on the watch list, though, somehow. I don't know how. SMCI up 8.26%. Look at the run continue. My gosh. What an insane continuation. Roku reports earnings tomorrow. They are up 3.6% today. Wait, maybe don't they report? Hold up. Okay, maybe I messed up. I messed up on this one. When do they report? July 31st. Okay, Thursday. So it is this week. Where are they? There they are, all the way at the bottom. Oh, I was thinking of Spotify. I was thinking of Spotify tomorrow reporting. Nonetheless, though, Roku's really ripping up into their earnings later in the week. How's Spot? Okay, 1%. Really, I mean, pretty good. Pretty good action. Look at the past couple days on Spotify. Right at open, it just jumps. Back to back, jumps it open. Lay says another interesting effect of swimming is extra burn calories from keeping the body temperature above the water temperature. Really? I never knew that. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense, I guess. Definitely. I like that. I will, Jake. No kidding. If I burn any more calories, I don't know what could happen. Tesla 326 coming back alive. So it is holding support here at 323. All right. Holding it pretty well. That was a pretty clear rejection, though. I'm not really banking on a breakout here, but possible. Yeah. Rick's waving goodbye to the VIX. That's funny. Looking at VIX on a daily here. Pretty bad. The way in which it's been moving. Kind of stuck right now. The VIX will pop up again. We'll just see when, right? Everyone knows the VIX will move. The question is when. The VIX can get pretty flat and choppy for a while during periods of bull markets. It will move up a little bit here and again, but like just note where the arrow is pointing right now. Like pretty bad, right? Definitely could stick in that range given what's going on. Until sentiment changes, perception changes, something will change. Elon Musk confirms Tesla has signed a $16.5 billion chip contract with Samsung. Wow. $16.5 billion with Samsung. Wow, okay. There we go. That's pretty huge. Quantum computing firm IonQ hires former JP Morgan Chase applied research head. IonQ hired a JP Morgan applied research head? Interesting. Their stock's not moving. I guess they weren't very good. I'm just kidding. Obviously, the stock doesn't have to move from that. But. Lay says, I think sleeping in the office is paying off for Musk again. Tesla doing good, up to 327. Okay. Very nice action, 3.55%. That's quite the move. It's a pretty great run. These damn bots. Why, bots? Why? So many. Look at the SPY. All right, let's see the SPY. Bots or clankers, Elton said. I'm not sure. Whoever the YouTube spammers are, whatever you want to call that. Man, SPY rejected there. 638, unfortunately. Pulled back a little bit. 637, support coming into play. Okay. Not terrible. ASML? No way. Okay, it's okay. I was gonna say, no shot it's at that high again, but what a jump. What a jump. It's a big move there on ASML. Bouncing off 730 support. Looks pretty good. Trying to hold its ground intraday. Maybe get back towards like 737, 740. Really not a bad dip buy here. I kind of like the setup. Not terrible. Vape. Uh-oh. Rambo said vape. Oh, vape's falling. You had me excited, Rambo. Darn it. Had me excited. Deck, Sanchez says, oh no. Oh. That's not a... Rick, it's fine. It's fine for Deck. The only problem is expiration. It's such a soon expiration. Most people probably should have cut Friday given the EXP. I'll be honest though, this doesn't look too bad, Rick. Like, I would not be surprised at all if Deckers ended up bouncing over the next couple days and trying to recover. I could totally see that. WSM is nice. Williams Sonoma. Okay. $300 win mag. I feel like WSM. What is that? It's like a bullet out there. But... All right. All right, we're probably going to be calling the stream there today. Got a lot going on in the background today, so trying to get some stuff done. I hope everybody's having a great morning. Autumn, I almost just deleted your comment on YouTube because all the bots. Yours was mixed right in there. That's funny. That's the worst part about bots, is if you accidentally ban someone that's not one, then you're like, oh no. It's pretty easy to do whenever there's 100 bot messages in there, I swear. Because, you know, you're just like, ban, 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 ban. All right, let's have a great one. Happy Monday. Yep. Checking on the SPY one more time. Pulling back towards 637. If 637 gives out, we got to be watching SPY down. It's just, it's a possibility. Maybe adapt today if you're going to stick to SPY. You know, you could maybe shift to something else like AMD or something more positive, but Deuces Juan. GILD, no good to 125. Gilead. I have not heard anybody mention Gilead in a long time. Gild. Wow, they came back. Gilead. That is funny. I can't even believe that they are at 120 again. That's nuts. SPY is not a bull's friend today. Nope. That's the problem with a lot of this bull run is like, you know, of course there's days where the SPY pops, but a lot of the times it comes in pre-market or something or after hours. Like, look at that pop. All pre-market and after hours there. You know, of course Friday it was nice. Thursday was okay. But again, even on like Wednesday into Thursday, a lot of that action was pre-market and after hours. Gotta love it. Hey, once we get those 24-hour markets, we'll be okay. I know some already trade 24 hours. Don't kill me. I remember hearing some news about that recently, though. All right, let's go. Let's have a great one. Hope to see everybody tomorrow. Of course, if you need anything, let me know in the Discord, and I will take care of you. Let's go. Let's have a great one. Don't forget about Jolts tomorrow morning. 1 hour before the market opens, Jolts. Oh, sorry. My mistake. 30 minutes after the market opens, Jolts will be coming out.